guys, this is Davor from Tennis House. Today, super exciting, the kick serve. So you need the kick serve, the slice and the flat serve in order to mix your serves up and be unpredictable. So if you're one of the players that struggles with the kick serve, this is for you. So I will go through what is the kick serve, how do I do it, and most importantly, if you stay with me throughout the whole video, I'm going to give you amazing tips on how to learn the feel of the kick serve and how to learn the motion. And as always, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and you get all the new videos and you get an alert and you're right with me. All right guys, let's get to it. The kick serve. So the first part, I'm going to explain the kick serve compared to the slice flat. So if you want to skip that, but I think it's very important. I'm going to give you a couple of pointers you will probably need in order to hit a great kick serve. So stay with me guys. So let's start with the feet. So on the kick serve, I always prefer at the beginning, if you're a beginner or intermediate player, the platform stance, because on the platform stance there are not so many moving parts and you can focus on the toss, because the toss is one of the most important things on the serve and the hardest thing to learn, especially for beginner players. So you want to have a consistent toss. So if you do the pinpoint where you drag your foot on, there are too many moving parts and a lot of players struggle to coordinate everything. So definitely would go with the platform stance, shoulder width apart, and you're good to go. Let's go one level up from the legs. Let's go to the grip. So the grip, you need a continental grip. A lot of beginner players ask me, why do I need a continental grip? And the answer is simple. In order to be a successful server, and especially learning the kick serve, you need to mix your serves up. You need a kick serve, a slice serve, and a flat serve. If you have a forehand grip, like a lot of players, when they stand and serve and they go like this is the first serve, unfortunately a lot of players learn, you will not be able with the forehand grip to slice it. You will feel a limitation. You're just simply in the wrist. You can't slice the ball. It's going to hurt and it's not going to be efficient, and you cannot brush around the ball because you're limiting yourself with the grip. So only with a continental grip you're able to brush around and to cut and use the wrist in the right manner and fashion. So that is why you need to learn all the different serves. All right, so the grip, as I said, very crucial, very important. So what happens now? Let's go a little bit higher. We are going to go to the contact point and the starting position, like when you coil the upper body. So on the kick serve, when you go up, you need to make sure while you go up that you coil in the upper body like this right here. So when you go up, coil and arch, try to arch your back a little bit. With arching the back right here, you're ready to shoot up and brush up on that ball. So, and again, while you initiate your toss, coil and load into your back leg and try to arch your back. And then you go up to the contact point, which will be at around 11:30 to 12. So your contact point is here, 11:30 to 12. That is so important. I see too many players trying to kick serve on the right side here. They toss it too far to the right. That doesn't work because you can't brush up on that ball. And that's the next thing I want to talk about, the hitting and brushing up on that ball. So a lot of players, when they serve, they're chasing the ball while the ball is still traveling up. That is not the best way to serve. You want ideally to toss the ball up and wait until it comes down. And then when it comes down, you brush up on it. So you have those two forces working against each other. The ball comes down and you brush up. It's not the ball goes up and you chase it. So important, that concept on the kick serve. So again, up, coil, chest, I call it chest to the sky, and then you hit up on that ball and brush around it. That is how you hit the kick serve. All those things are very important in order to have a successful kick serve, guys. And remember The contact point, since we're up there on a flat serve, will be probably more around 12-ish, and on the slice 12, 15-ish. So you just have a little range so your opponent can't read your serve perfectly. A little range from the kick here to the flat here and the slice here. There's a little difference. And it's better you get on the level, as more you will be able to disguise it. And a lot of players always bring up Pete Sampras, who was a master of disguising his serve. All right, so this was just a quick intro on why and what is important when you kick serve. And why all that? Because you need the kick serve. As I said earlier, ideally you mix it up 30-30-30 between flat, kick and slice. You want to be unpredictable when you serve. All right, and now I'm going to show you many amazing tips on how to work serve. So the first ones are for the feel. So when you simply take a ball and you hold the ball up here, and you with the continental grip, you just roll that ball on the palm of your hand. Just do that for a little bit. See, now we feel this part here when we're right here. That's what's happening when you contact, right? So this is very crucial, very important. It's all about feel when you play tennis. The next progression after this one is to do the same thing. You feel it, and then at some point you go up, straight up. And it's important to freeze up here, because as I said earlier, when the ball comes down, you brush up on it, and that's gonna give the ball that spin forward. You start here and you freeze with the racket straight up. Next progression on that one will be hitting the ball. So you start with the abbreviated motion, and then when the ball comes, you toss it a little bit to your left. You brush up with the two steps we just did, just brushing a little bit and freezing up. So you here, toss, hit, freeze. And again, here, arch, up, and hit. It looks easy, but as you're gonna see, it's really hard to freeze up there and go. And then, as the last progression on that kick serve, you do the whole motion and you do all the little steps you just witnessed and learned. And then you go arch your back and brush up. And again, arch the back and you hit up. So now you get that kick you desire. And that's one of my favorite progressions to lead to the kick serve. So now I'll show you a couple of things you can do on the fence, so come with me. So we had right now, when we did the progressions with the feel, the freeze up and the whole motion, you can do that on the fence as well. So this is really fun, especially if you're with other players. You can go next to each other. You're going to put the ball where, good visual right here. So it's about 11:30, right, to the left side of my ear. And then you just brush up. You catch the ball, do the same thing again. You feel it, and then you brush up. So you're using basically the fence to do the same thing, brush up. What we did when we were on the court a couple of seconds ago. So the fence is an amazing tool as well to work on the kick serve. So this is another drill, guys, you can do. Go on the back of the fence wherever your courts are. And if you have an obstacle right in front of you, obviously we try to not hit the obstacle, so we try to hit over. So this is a good drill after all the progressions to stand away from the fence, and you can line yourself up like you would hit in the other service box of the court. So you can aim a little bit, and you do the same thing. You go and you brush it up. That went actually in. That was a good one. And again, you go and you go up. That was a little bit closer. But as I said, great drill. You're working on the kick, you're working on everything you need, and you have a little obstacle in front of you. Works like magic. Try it out, it's a good one.